friends, thank you for joining me still on coordinate geometry 1. In today's lesson, we'll be looking at division of a line, that is a straight line in a given ratio. It could be internally or external division as the case may be. Let's look at the concept very well. Uh, Suppose we have a straight line, let's say P and Q. Then we have the middle of this line as A, and P to A is 3, then A to Q is 2. So we say that A divides line PQ in the ratio of 3:2 internally. 3:2 in the ratio of 3:2 internally. That is, it means length PA, length P to A divided by length A to Q is nothing but 3 divided by 2. This is for internal division. Let's look at external. Suppose we have another line like this. Let's say we have the line is P, Q, then we have A. Let me put it up here. Then Q is here. Then we have A here. We have a curve to this Q. Then Q to A. Okay. Let's say here is 3. Then here is 1. Very important. We can say that A divides line PQ in the ratio of 3:1, because we are moving from Q to A. That is from left to right. So this one would be minus. That would be 3:-1. Very important. Okay. Generally, we can combine both the external division and the internal division of a line using this general formula that we can use. Let's look at the concept of that general formula. Let's move here. Suppose we have our Cartesian plane giving us this, while we have x-axis and y-axis like this. Very important. Let's say we have a straight line like this on this Cartesian plane. Let's say we have a straight line like this. Let's say this point here. Let me draw the point again. Let's say we have point P and Q. Here is x1, y1. At this point here, we have x2, y2. Suppose the midpoint here is A, which is giving us x, y. Very important. We can trace this down. This will be our x1. Then trace this down. This will be our x. Then let's say we have another line like this here. Like this. We can as well trace this down. That will be our x2. Very important. Suppose we have R here. Okay, here will be y1, then here will be y2. Very important. This middle here will be y, like the way the middle here is x. Very important. So the distance, let's say we have t here, length p to t, that is here, will be x minus x1. Very important. Then t to r will be x2 minus x. Very important. Here too, let's say we have s here. This place here is s. Length r to s will be y minus y1. Then length s to q will be y2 minus y minus y. Very important. Then from here, we can find the solution if we consider PT. Line A will divide line PT. Let's look at line PT. Line PT ratio line TR. What are we going to have? Let's compare these two. Length RT, which is x2 minus x1, will be equals to, will correspond to x2 minus x. Let's move here. It means from here, we realize that if here is Q, let's say here is small letter P and here is small letter Q. Okay? We can say that A will divide this A will divide line P to Q, divide line P to Q in the ratio of thus in the ratio of P to A, which is this, then A to Q, in the ratio of length P to A ratio length A to Q, and that is the same as P ratio small letter q. Very important. Okay. By comparing, P to A is the same as x minus x1. Then that's when we consider the x-axis now. Then A to Q is x minus x2. So it means in place of this PA, as P to A using x-axis now will be x minus x1, x minus x1. This ratio means divided by A to Q using x-axis will be x2 minus x. Thus x2 minus x will be equals to P divided by Q. P is to Q means P divided by Q. We can cross multiply. It will be Q into x minus x1. This will be equals to P into x2 minus x. Very important. Let's clear the bracket. This will be Qx minus Qx1 will be equals to Px2 minus Px. Let's collect those with x one side. Let me move here. Those with x now. So it will be, let me take Px to the left. That will be Px plus Qx will be equals to, I have P2, Px2, this minus plus Qx1. You can factor out x at this point. It will be x. Let me take it to the other side so that we can see it clearly. Let me take it to the other side here. Can factor out x here to be x into P plus Q will now be equals to Px2 plus Qx1. So to find x now, I will divide both sides by the coefficient of x, which is P plus x, then P plus Q. We divide this. We're left with x now will be equals to Px2 plus qx1 divided by p plus q. This is now the formula for x-axis when we are dividing a line internally. If it is external, we just change this sign to be negative. So let's look at that of y. What about y? This is for x. Let's look at that of y. The same concept. We pick r to s, length r to s, ratio length s to q. That's this q here now. S to q, length s to q is the same as pq when we consider the y-axis now. Ratio p is to q. R to s is nothing but y minus y1, ratio y2 minus y. This will now be equals to p is to q. Very important. This ratio means we can divide it to be y minus y1 divided by y2 minus y will be p divided by q. Very important. We are almost there. So it means I can clean this drawing now. For y-axis now, let's cross multiply. It will be q into y minus y1 will be equals to p into y2 minus y. Let's clear the bracket. This will be qy minus qy1 will be py2 minus py. Those with y one side. That's qy and minus py. We collect like that. That will be py plus this minus crossing the equal sign. It will be positive. Qy will be equals to py2 plus, because this is minus. When you cross equal sign, it becomes plus. qy1. Very important. Next now is for us to factor out y here. Y is common here. We factor out y into p plus q will be equals to py2 plus qy1. To find y now, we divide both sides by p plus q, p plus q. This will divide this, we are left with y. Y now will be equals to py2 plus qy1 divided by p plus q. Very important. This will be for y. Let me take it here. For y-axis now, it will be y equals to py2 plus qy1. I hope we are together. Divided by p plus q. Very important. So these are the two formulas as far as internal division of a line is concerned. We can deduce that for internal division of a line, for internal division of a line, the formula we have to use is given as, for x now, to be x equals to px2 plus qx1 divided by p plus q, comma, for y now, it will be equals to py2 plus qy1 divided by p plus q. So this will be the general formula for internal division of a line. For external division of a line, let me write it here. For external division of a line, just for us, external division of a line, external division of a line, the formula is given as x, which is equals to px2 plus qx1 divided by p plus q, comma, y equals to py2 plus qy1 divided by p plus, it will be minus now. Here will be minus and here will be minus. That's the difference between the internal and external division. For external division is minus, where, let me state it here, where p and q are the ratio. P and Q are the ratio in which a given line is divided or has been divided, where P and Q are the ratio. Very important. So these are the key two formulas as far as external division of a line and internal division of a line is concerned. So we'll be using these two formulas to solve problem as far as division of a line in a given ratio is concerned. And we are looking at straight line. The center of our discussion is straight line. Very important. Okay, so we'll be using this formula to solve as many problems as we can. Thank you for watching. Please do share this with your learning colleagues, and don't forget to subscribe to TJ's Maths and Further Maths Adventures for more interesting and amazing videos. As I said, the difference between this is just the sign here. For internal division is the plus we have. That's P plus Q. Then for external division is P minus Q, P minus Q for both the x-axis and the y-axis. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video.